Right now, the first week of the Rittenhouse trial is over. Everything you need to know from the past 5 days in the courtroom.
And she is beauty and she is grace. We're looking at a beautiful sunrise on our Saturday morning. We'll give you what's next coming up.
Good morning and welcome to News 3 Now this morning. Julian Seawright is here now with your first warn weather. How's it looking this morning, Julian?
Oh man, it's looking great, McKenna. We are having a beautiful sunrise here in Madison as we're waking up our Saturday. And on top of it, the temperatures aren't too bad as we get things rolling. Taking a look at our current conditions right now, 39 degrees, so we're hitting about our low as of right now. But from here on out, we're going to see temperatures start to increase and definitely hit into some really comfortable conditions for our Saturday, especially since we're just a few days into November. Our takeaways as of right now, though, low 40s, upper 30s here in the southern Wisconsin area, but our wind speeds are what we're really looking at because it's a bit breezy around Monroe and Madison where we're into those teens, 16 miles per hour winds in Monroe as of right now with 12 miles per hour winds in Madison. So we're looking for a bit of a breezy day as we get things rolling, but the running forecast is looking perfect from the morning to the afternoon to the evening. Temperatures may be a bit chilly and a bit nippy for the morning. However, we are going to be seeing that afternoon really take off as we're looking for today to be about 60 degrees for our high, still on the breezier side of things, but mostly sunny conditions are definitely going to be perfect for our Saturday. We'll talk much more what else to expect for this weekend coming up in a few moments, but until then, let's toss it back to you, McKenna.
All right, thanks, Julian. Breaking overnight, Madison police have arrested 2 people in connection to someone shooting a gun in a parking lot on Madison's east side. The shooting happened on East Spring Drive near Joann's and Burlington Coat Factory. When the officers arrived to the scene, they found the 2 suspects fighting. There are no injuries in this incident, but many shell casings were recovered. Also new overnight, the House has passed the $1.2 trillion infrastructure bill after months of negotiations among Democrats. The final vote was 228 to 206, a big win for President Joe Biden's agenda. When Democrats hit 218 votes, which was the number needed to pass the bill, many stood up and clapped as a large group huddled around House Speaker Nancy Pelosi, giving her fist bumps and high fives. The legislation passed the Senate in August, but it stalled in the House. The trial of Kyle Rittenhouse taking a break this weekend. A handful of people testified Friday, including some who were on scene that day. Kristen Barbarisi was inside the courtroom.
Friday started with a second juror being dismissed for medical reasons. The panel is now down to 18 jurors. Then the state resumed its case. A lot of testimony focusing on Joseph Rosenbaum, the first man shot and killed by Rittenhouse. We heard testimony about Rosenbaum's state of mind and behavior that night.
Jason Lakowski went to Kenosha on August 25, 2020, armed with an AR-15 to defend businesses from rioters. He testified about his encounter with Joseph Rosenbaum.
He had asked very bluntly to shoot him. He did a few what I would call false stepping, which is making a step to entice somebody to do something. He had done that a few times. After he'd done that a few times, I turned my back to him and ignored him.
The state is trying to show that other armed men came across Rosenbaum and didn't shoot him. But the defense is focused on proving Rosenbaum was behaving erratically and tried to attack Rittenhouse.
So he's saying, shoot me, N-word, shoot me, N-word.
Yes,
right?
Yes.
The defense caught a break when Carrie Ann Swart, Rosenbaum's fiance, took the stand. Prosecutor James Krause asked her if Rosenbaum took his medications that day. The judge ruled that opened the door for the defense to bring up Rosenbaum's mental health conditions.
Mr. Rosenbaum was taking gabapentin, is that right?
I believe so, yes. That's what I was told.
That was for bipolar disorder?
It was to help with, along with the antidepressant.
Swart told the jury Rosenbaum was off the medications and only started taking them again about a week before he was shot.
The state called a total of 9 witnesses. The jury was sent home for the weekend. They are not sequestered. On Monday, we expect Gage Grosskreutz to take the stand. He's the man who was shot and injured by Rittenhouse. Reporting in Kenosha, Kristen Barbarisi, News 3 Now.
A judge has denied an injunction from Edgewood High School, the last shot of saving its undefeated season. The WIAA disqualified the team after learning of an ineligible player. After spending much of the day hearing arguments, the judge ruled against Edgewood yesterday. The school filed suit yesterday after losing an appeal in front of the WIAA Board of Control. And Beloit schools were closed Friday in anticipation of protests. The district, along with the police department, did not go into great detail about the reason for their decision, only citing safety and disruption concerns. Now, it turned out to be a smaller group of people. A reporter on scene said at least 3 of them told him they were there on behalf of the Proud Boys organization. In a statement, school officials said they canceled class due to some of the behaviors, actions, and languages of certain groups expected Friday. They were there after a mask-related incident last week that led to social media outrage and conflicting storylines. But the police report clarifies what really happened. It says the special education teacher told police it started when the student pulled his mask over his eyes when she asked the class to wear their mask properly. When the student didn't comply, she joked she'd have to tape it to him. She says the student challenged her to do it while laughing. She says she used a small piece of clear classroom tape on the front of his mask, then immediately took it off. Both of them laughed and went back to work, but that night, parents reported it to police, and the next day told police they wanted assault charges filed. Police ultimately found no evidence of a crime. We do have an in-depth look at the story that can be read on channel3000.com. Weeks after Madison East students walked out of class in protest, the student they accused of rape is now facing 2 felony charges. 17-year-old Babakar Nyang made his initial appearance in court yesterday, facing multiple charges, including second-degree sexual assault. Now, our reporter took a look at the criminal complaints, which officials described as violent and awful. A warning, some of the details of the case can be difficult to hear.
The Madison East teen accused of raping a young woman at a house party on homecoming night made his initial appearance in court today.
I've reviewed the criminal complaint. I'll make findings of probable cause for both charges.
According to the criminal complaint, Babakar Nyang approached the victim when she was alone, taking a break in a back room, which he entered, locking the door behind him. It reads, "He grabbed a hold of her wrist and pinned her down. At the time, she was unable to move. She believed she attempted to call out to her friend. However, that was when the defendant grabbed her throat." It also notes Nyang choked the victim until she passed out, and that when she woke up, he was sexually assaulting her. The victim found Nyang undressing her. She reportedly tried yelling for help but couldn't because her voice was strained from the choking. Today, a judge ruled the 17-year-old would be held on a signature bond with the condition he have no contact with the victim.
That's any form of contact that you can think of, whether that's through third parties, email, text, phone. You can't have contact with them. You see them, you need to walk the other way.
Yang is facing second-degree sexual assault charges and a second count of strangulation and suffocation. As for the Madison East students who fought to get him out of their school,
that's good because he needs to be gone. And what he did was wrong. Sexual assault is nothing to play about at all.
They say it's a step in the right direction.
I think the school did feel more safe since the person got arrested.
There's still more work that needs to be done in their school, but say their new principal is doing a better job of making students feel heard and making the school safer. And making his weekly appearance on the Pat McAfee Show, Packers quarterback Aaron Rodgers attempted to explain his reasoning for not getting the COVID-19 vaccine and his treatment since testing positive. Back in August, when Rodgers was asked if he was vaccinated, he responded, "Yes, I'm immunized." And that raised questions whether he was lying or misleading the team, NFL, and fans.
Look, I'm not some sort of anti-vax flat earther. I am somebody who's a critical thinker. You guys know me. I march to the beat of my own drum. I believe strongly in bodily autonomy and the ability to make choices for your body, not to have to acquiesce to some woke culture or crazed, group of individuals who say you have to do something. Health is not a one-size-fits-all for everybody. And for me,
Rodgers says the Moderna and Pfizer vaccines were not an option for him because he was allergic to an ingredient in the mRNA vaccines. He said that left the Johnson & Johnson vaccine as the only option, but he was worried about adverse reactions. Meanwhile, Pfizer says its experimental COVID-19 pill can reduce risk of hospitalization and death by nearly 90% in high-risk adults. The data has not been peer-reviewed or published, but Pfizer says it will ask the FDA and international regulators to authorize its pill as soon as possible. New this morning, at least 8 people are dead after a crowd surge at Travis Scott's famous festival Astroworld in Houston. According to authorities, the incident was triggered when attendees began rushing the front of the venue and began to compress each other. 17 people are now in the hospital, including young children. The cause of the surge is undetermined, but this is a normal event at musical concerts. An investigation into the incident will begin shortly. The Badgers are in New Jersey today, taking on Rutgers, and you're taking a live look over the Capitol. Julian is tracking your forecast just ahead.
Channel 3000 Plus. Watch from your streaming media player or mobile device.
Truthfully, it's frustrating to see how fast dust reappears.
But dusting with a cloth is a pain.
And dealing with a bulky vacuum is such a hassle. Ugh. So now, we use our Swiffer Sweeper
and dusters. The fluffy fibers, they pick up dust easily, grabbing it in all those hard-to-reach places. Gotcha.
And for our floors, Sweeper's textured cloths lock all kinds of dirt, dust, and pet hair. Unlike my vacuum, it sneaks under and around places. Look at that.
Dust-free and hassle-free.
Stop cleaning, start Swiffering.
Some days, you just don't have it. Not my uncle, though. He's taking Trulicity for his type 2 diabetes, and now he's really on his game.
Once weekly Trulicity lowers your A1C by helping your body release the insulin it's already making. Most people reached an A1C under 7%. Plus, Trulicity can lower your risk of cardiovascular events. It can also help you lose up to 10 pounds. Trulicity is for type 2 diabetes. It isn't for people with type 1 diabetes. It's not approved for use in children. Don't take Trulicity if you're allergic to it. You or your family have medullary thyroid cancer or have multiple endocrine neoplasia syndrome type 2. Stop Trulicity and call your doctor right away if you have an allergic reaction, a lump or swelling in your neck, severe stomach pain, changes in vision, or diabetic retinopathy. Serious side effects may include pancreatitis. Taking Trulicity with sulfonylurea or insulin raises low blood sugar risk. Side effects include nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea, which can lead to dehydration and may worsen kidney problems. Show your world what's truly inside. Ask your doctor about once weekly Trulicity.
This month, all Core-Tech waterproof flooring is on sale at Surgenian's. We offer the largest Core-Tech selection in Madison. Take advantage of unprecedented sale pricing with 18-month financing. Local, sustainable, Surgenian's.
Meineke is continuing to make your safety our #1 priority. When roads get wet and your tires are in bad condition, accidents happen. Meineke will inspect, repair, or replace your tires to make sure you stay safe on the road. Book your appointment today. Meineke Car Care Center, doing car care right.
Honestly, I thought I was getting my floors clean. Then I learned my mop could be loaded with bacteria. That means I gotta clean my mop too? Oh, so I got a Swiffer Wet Jet to get a cleaner clean. I stick on a fresh pad, boom, it's ready to go. The spray breaks down dirt, and the pad absorbs it deep inside, unlike my mop that can spread it around. And Wet Jet's even safe on wood. All this, bye-bye. It's so simple. I get a cleaner clean every day.
Try Wet Jet with a money-back guarantee.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Good morning, everyone, and we are having a beautiful start to our Saturday. A little bit on the chilly side, but we're still looking at pretty good conditions as we continue throughout the rest of the day. As of right now, we do have that beautiful sunrise that is behind me, but 39 degrees is what we're starting off for this morning. A bit breezy from the south-southwest at 11 miles per hour. And it's not just Madison where it's a bit breezy. As we take a look at our winds, Monroe and for the Dells as well, we're looking at 16 miles per hour winds, mainly into that central area of southern Wisconsin, but still a bit breezy as we're starting things off for this morning. But as you're heading out the door, you might need a light jacket, but you are not going to need it throughout much of the day. As we're going to have sunglasses are definitely required because it's going to be very sunny throughout the course of our day, but we will not need a heavy jacket at all. As we see those temperatures increase and improve into those 50s and even some 60s at times throughout much of our afternoon. It's going to be a gorgeous one, so definitely take full advantage of it. Now, for the 3 things we'll need to know is that we're looking at these mild temperatures that stick around for not just today or tomorrow, but even through Monday. We're looking at 60s to really stick around for us and dry conditions as well. As we take a look in terms of what's happening next week, well, unsettled weather pattern is going to be on its way. So we are going to be breaking that dry streak and having some more of those showers roll back in. But as we take a look at our surface map as of right now, plenty of dry conditions thanks to that high pressure. However, that shortwave trough into the far north has brought in some showers that have passed by into the northern areas of Wisconsin. As we can see on our radar as of right now, for the past 3 hours, That's where we saw any kind of precipitation was mainly into the north. Because for us here in the south, we're staying dry and hardly even seeing clouds in the sky for us as we're getting things rolling. Now for today, our takeaway is going to be 60 degrees. We're going to be on a little breezy side, but it will be mild and plenty of sunshine and bat as well. Now as we take a look at what we're going to be seeing throughout the rest of this morning, clear conditions for the most part. We're going to be improving into those middle 40s and upper 40s throughout much of the area. Then those 50s will start to take a roll, and then into the west. That's where we're going to be seeing those 60s starting to come in, especially between Prairie du Chien and Boscobel. And for us in Madison, we're going to be looking and knocking on the door of 60 as well as we get into the later part of our evening. Now for tonight, still looking for clear conditions. Temperatures will not be nearly as cool, still holding into around 40 degrees. And as we get into our Sunday, we're looking for more warmer temperatures with those southerly winds bringing in mild temps once again, which is going to be prompting us to about 64 degrees for our Sunday. So this weekend is going to be gorgeous. Take full advantage of it because this might be one of the last weekends we're going to be seeing 60s for the remainder of this year. And then on top of that, the one other thing we got to talk about is that we are going to be falling back. We are looking for daylight saving to end tomorrow or overnights tonight heading into Sunday at 2 a.m. So that's where our clocks will be set back 1 hour. So we get an extra hour of sleep, but 1 less hour of daylight as well. So aside from falling back, temperatures are going to be great. 60-degree temperatures as we get into Monday. Then we're looking for the change. Going into those 50s, more cool type weather. Then heading into Friday, that's right, we're looking at a stretch of seeing some rain chances and even potentially some mixtures as well coming in from Thursday into our Friday. It's definitely going to be heading to a cooler trend as we're going into the middle part of the week, McKenna.
All right, thanks, Julian. The 21st ranked Badgers are set to take on Rutgers this afternoon on the road. The team made the first college football rankings after its 2 biggest wins of the season against Purdue and Iowa, 2 teams who were ranked when the Badgers beat them. Now the Badgers are in the driver's seat in the Big Ten West. If they win out, they are in the Big Ten Championship. After Rutgers, they will take on Nebraska and Northwestern at home before Axe Week on the road in Minnesota. Kickoff today is set for 2:30. That game will be on Big Ten Network. Meanwhile, the NBA champion Milwaukee Bucks will be heading to the White House next week to meet with the president. Players, coaches, ownership, and team executives, along with the Larry O'Brien Trophy, will be making the trip. You can watch the ceremony 1:50 Monday afternoon. In a statement, the organization writes, "We are grateful for the opportunity to meet President Biden and to be recognized for our achievement." Right now, the team is feeling the championship hangover with a 4-5 start to the season. A major improvement in the job market announced today. Businesses are adding more workers, including companies involved with the busy holiday shopping season. U.S. employers added 531,000 jobs in October, the most since July. Meanwhile, the unemployment rate dropped from 4.8 to 4.6%. There was also hiring across several sections of the economy, including construction and the restaurant industry. Shipping companies also added workers, such as UPS, which is going on a hiring spree. The company is holding in-person hiring events across the country through tomorrow. The shipping giant says it wants to bring on 60,000 seasonal workers at this year's event. The company is also doing a virtual hiring spree for job seekers that can't make it in person. Up next, a famous Broadway musical is going Hollywood. See who they've cast so far for the movie of Wicked. And there are several new shows and movies to check out this weekend. Will shares his picks in 3 things to watch. Trending news is just ahead on News 3 Now this morning, Saturday.
Start your day with Crest 3D White. And from mochachinos to Merlot, your smile will always be brilliant. Crest 3D White Brilliance. 100% stain removal, 24-hour stain resistance to lock in your whitest smile. Crest, the #1 toothpaste brand in America.
Alice loves the scent of Gain so much, she wished there was a way to make it last longer. Say hello to your fairy godmother, Alice, and long-lasting Gain scent beads. Try Spring Daydream, now part of our irresistible scent collection.
There's nothing like a great night's sleep on a new mattress from Steinhoffels. Right now, get a $25 Panera gift card when you test rest a Tempur-Pedic mattress in any of our stores. Plus, get $300 in Steinhoffels cash with any Queen Tempur-Pedic mattress purchase. Queen mattresses start at just $22.99. With free delivery and Steinhoffels 120-night sleep guarantee, you can't make a mistake. Only at Steinhoffels and Steinhoffels.com.
When you take a statin drug to reduce cholesterol, it can also deplete your CoQ10 levels. Qunol can help restore this important heart health nutrient. Qunol, the better CoQ10.
I know that I'm running out of time. I want it all. And I'm wishing they stop trying to turn me off. I want it all. We came here to run, run, run. We came here to run, run, just like fire, burning up the way. If I can light the world up for just one day, watch this madness, colorful charade. No one can be just like me anyway. Just like magic, I'll be flying free. I'ma disappear when they come for me. I kick that ceiling, what you gonna say? No one can be just like me anyway. Just like fire, fire, just like fire.
Is your credit score getting in the way of the things you want to do? Personal loans through NetCredit offer fast and flexible lending. Borrow up to $10,000 and choose repayment terms that work for you. You may even be able to build your credit history as you repay. NetCredit, a more personal loan.
I'm a ganiac, check my drawers. My clothes smell so much fresher than before. Yeah, I'm a ganiac, check my drawers. It's a freshness like I've never smelled before.
One sniff of Gain Flings and you'll be a Gainiac too. The only detergent with OxyBoost and Febreze.
Taking a quick look at our weather, it is beautiful outside, folks. And aside from the 10-day forecast, this is what we're going to be seeing looking ahead. As of right now, it's 39 degrees, but it is on a breezier side. We're going to maintain those breezy conditions throughout the course of the day. However, we will be improving in temperatures as we see those 50s rolling into our forecast going into the afternoon. So if you're going to be planning it out, well, make sure you're planning it outside. It's going to be gorgeous out, even though it's a bit on the breezy. Still, 50-degree temperatures knocking on the door of 60s. You can't beat that into your few days into November around this time of year. So for the running forecast, morning, afternoon, evening, yes, it's going to be great to go ahead and do that because we're looking at plenty of sunshine and temperatures that are just good enough for any kind of outdoor activities, especially in terms of running. Today, mostly sunny. We're going to be looking at those mild conditions to stick around, but today's not even going to be the best day because Sunday, we're looking at 64 degrees to be rolling in. More sunshine, a little bit of cloud cover will start to roll in, and the winds will die down. However, still looking pretty gorgeous for this weekend, McKenna.
All right, thanks, Julian. The recent Rock and Roll Hall of Fame inductee Jay-Z has deleted his Instagram after just one day on the app. Before the deletion, the rapper posted the poster art for the new Netflix film, The Harder They Fall, a film he helped produce. Jay-Z also did an Instagram story featuring a countdown for the Black Western's premiere. Despite being on the platform for only a day, the rapper garnered almost 2 million followers, though he was following only one person himself. It was his wife, Beyonce. And two big names in Hollywood will try Defying Gravity with their latest movie. Pop star Ariana Grande and actress Cynthia Erivo are set to star in a film adaptation of the award-winning musical Wicked. Wicked is a twist on The Wizard of Oz, telling the story of how Elphaba eventually became the Wicked Witch of the West. Grande will play Glinda the Good Witch, while Erivo is set to play Elphaba. No word on when Universal's big screen adaptation will be released. John Chu, the director behind In the Heights, is set to direct the film. There's clearly no shortage of films and shows streaming. Our Will Loper shares a few of the best in this weekend's 3 Things to Watch.
Are you an illustrator?
Yes.
You're very muddy.
I was attacked by a 1.5-ton bull.
Oh!
Newly streaming on Amazon Prime Video is the film The Electrical Life of Louis Wayne.
I am prepared to offer you a staff position. You capture something of a cat, perhaps because you yourself are an outcast.
The true life story stars Benedict Cumberbatch as an eccentric British artist who paints pictures of cats.
How you've managed to conjure images of such delight at such a dark time, I don't know.
The Electrical Life of Louis Wayne is streaming on Amazon Prime now.
The world is full of beauty, and it's up to you to capture it, Louis.
Welcome to Honors Debate. I'm your new teacher, Miss Gomez, but call me Alicia. Or my Shira. Little too much? You probably didn't need the word little, but yeah.
Newly streaming on HBO Max is the series Head of the Class.
I know that high school is a minefield. Do you guys feel like if you make one mistake, it's gonna ruin your whole life? I'm not an animal! Are you familiar with the internet?
Isabella Gomez plays a teacher who wants to inspire overachieving students to experience more of life.
Don't let anybody tell you what you should be passionate about because that is for you to decide. And if you don't, you're gonna regret it forever. How good was that speech?
All 10 episodes of Head of the Class are streaming on HBO Max now.
No, I have 3 degrees. Fine, 1, but I was top of my class. Like middle top.
I'm gonna fly to New York for the holidays, I'm gonna surprise Josh, and I'm gonna get my happy ending.
Josh, someone's here to see you. Really, there's only one con. What? You've never seen him.
And now that Halloween is over, it's not too soon for a Christmas movie, is it? Newly streaming on Netflix is the rom-com Love Hard.
Natalie? This is a Christmas miracle.
Nina Dobrev stars as Natalie, a writer who flies across the country only to realize she's been catfished.
If I've learned anything, is that love doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be honest.
Do you still have your original profile photos?
I was going for like a rugged look.
You literally look like an axe murderer.
Love Hard is streaming on Netflix now.
Ever been in bobsledding before?
You didn't tell me he was Tom Cruise.
Everything will be fine.
Happy watching. Those are the 3 things you need to watch. And this is Will Loper for News 3 Now this morning.
Next, we'll have the latest after a 17-year-old Madison East student made his initial appearance in court yesterday. Plus, a major win for President Biden overnight. We'll have what you need to know on the House bill that just passed. We'll be right back.
Spas. The Swim Spa Hot Tub and Sauna Show is this weekend only. Rows and rows of spas, hot tubs, and swim spas. The largest display in the state. Save up to 60% on all in-stock models. This weekend only in the Exhibition Hall at the Alliant Energy Center, Madison.
With Downy Infusions, let the scent set the mood. Feel the difference with Downy. It only takes a second for an everyday item to become dangerous. Tide Pod's Child Guard Pack helps keep your laundry packs in a safe place and your child safer. To close, twist until it clicks. Tide Pod's Child Guard packaging.
The snow, the ice, the bitter cold. Ah, the joys of a Midwestern winter. Keep your family warm, safe, and comfortable with 30% off Feltco windows and no interest for 1 year. Our energy-efficient windows will keep the harsh weather out and the heat in. So get those drafty windows replaced now.
30% off Feltco windows and soon. Call now.
For quality windows, siding, and doors, call 866 for Feltco.
Forget the Black Friday crowds and get Black Friday now at Grand Appliance. Black Friday pricing is in effect on hundreds of popular appliances like this LG 4.5 cubic foot front load washer with steam for just $748. That's not all. Bundle up and save even more with up to $1,000 back exclusively at Grand Appliance. Shop in store or online at grandappliance.com. Grand Appliance. You make it home, we make it grand.
I have worked at Huffcore for the last 36 years.
Huffcore, closing the plant, moving production to Mexico.
I gave my life and my body to that place. Ron Johnson pushed through a tax law that rewards outsourcing. Companies can bring profits back from Mexico tax-free. And worse, Ron Johnson profited personally from outsourcing. He has doubled his wealth since taking office. Tell Ron Johnson to stop putting his profits above our jobs.
At U.S. Cellular, we know the local landscape, so we can help everyone stay connected for less. And less also means more, as in more choice. While the other guys may limit your options, at U.S. Cellular, you choose any phone and we make it free. That's right, visit our store and any phone you see is free. Plus, get unlimited data for $30 a month and get the most out of our state-of-the-art network, wherever you choose to go. U.S. Cellular, America's locally grown wireless.
Spas, spas, spas. The Swim Spa Hot Tub and Sauna Show is this weekend only. Rows and rows of spas, hot tubs, and swim spas. The largest display in the state. Save up to 60% on all in-stock models. This weekend only in the Exhibition Hall at the Alliant Energy Center, Madison.
Right now, the House passes a major bill for President Biden's agenda overnight. Good morning and welcome to News 3 Now this morning. Now here's Julian Seawright with your Saturday forecast.
Good morning, everybody, and our Saturday is looking to shape up gorgeously as we're looking at this beautiful sunrise behind me that is far into the right side of the camera, but we are looking at gorgeous conditions to wake up to right now. As we go ahead and take a look at what we're going to be seeing, at least throughout much of the morning heading into the afternoon, is that we're going to see those temperatures really start to increase pretty nicely, especially as we head into the early afternoon hours. 50s are going to be in our forecast. However, it will be on the breezier side, so just prepare for a little bit on the breezy side as we going throughout the rest of the day. But planning after the early afternoon, evening hours, and for tonight, we're going to be looking at the temperatures still holding into the 50s. It's going to feel pretty good. So if you are trying to go for a run, want to do any kind of outdoor activities, today is a good day to do it, from the morning to the afternoon and even for the evening as well. And our takeaway for today is going to be 60 degrees is what we're going to be seeing to be our high, mostly sunny conditions and on the milder side. And if you think today is great, well, I got news for you. Tomorrow's going to be even better. Looking at 64 degrees to be our high for Sunday. Bit more sunshine, but still some clouds will start to roll in just a little bit. But for the most part, we're looking at gorgeous conditions. Over to you, McKenna.
All right, thanks, Julian. Breaking overnight, Madison police have arrested 2 people in connection to someone shooting a gun in a parking lot on Madison's east side. The shooting happened on East Spring Drive near Joann's and Burlington Coat Factory. When the officers arrived to the scene, they found the 2 suspects fighting. There are no injuries in this incident, but many shell casings were recovered. Also new overnight, the House has passed the $1.2 trillion infrastructure bill after months of negotiations among Democrats. The final vote was 228 to 206, a big win for President Joe Biden's agenda. When Democrats hit 218 votes, which was the number needed to pass the bill, many stood up and clapped as a large group huddled around House Speaker Nancy Pelosi, giving her fist bumps and high fives. The legislation passed the Senate in August, but it stalled in the House. Weeks after Madison East students walked out of class in protest, the student they accused of rape is now facing 2 felony charges. 17-year-old Babacar Nyang made his initial appearance in court yesterday. He is facing multiple charges, including second-degree sexual assault. Now, our reporter took a look at the criminal complaint, which officials described as violent and awful. So a warning, some of the details of the case can be difficult to hear.
The Madison East teen accused of raping a young woman at a house party on homecoming night made his initial appearance in court today.
I've reviewed the criminal complaint. I'll make findings of probable cause for both charges.
According to the criminal complaint, Babacar Nyang approached the victim when she was alone, taking a break in a back room, which he entered, locking the door behind him. It reads, "He grabbed a hold of her wrist and pinned her down. At the time, she was unable to move. She believed she attempted to call out to her friend. However, that was when the defendant grabbed her throat." It also notes Nyang choked the victim until she passed out, and that when she woke up, he was sexually assaulting her. The victim found Nyang undressing her. She reportedly tried yelling for help but couldn't because her voice was strained from the choking. Today, a judge ruled the 17-year-old would be held on a signature bond with the condition he have no contact with the victim.
That's any form of contact that you can think of, whether that's through third parties, email, text, phone. You can't have contact with them. You see them, you need to walk the other way.
Nyang is facing second-degree sexual assault charges and a second count of strangulation and suffocation. As for the Madison East students who fought to get him out of their school,
that's good because, he needs to be gone. And what he did was wrong. Sexual assault is nothing to play about at all.
They say it's a step in the right direction.
I think the school did feel more safe since the person got arrested.
Madison East students say there's still more work that needs to be done in their school, but say their new principal is doing a better job of making students feel heard and making the school safer. And Beloit schools were closed on Friday in anticipation of protest. The district, along with the police department, did not go into great detail about the reason for their decision, only citing safety and disruption concerns. Now, it turned out to be a smaller group of people, with our reporter on the scene saying at least 3 of them told him they were there on behalf of the Proud Boys organization. In a statement, school officials said they canceled class, quote, due to some of the behaviors, actions, and language of certain groups expected Friday. They were there after a mask-related incident last week that led to social media outrage and conflicting storylines. But the police report clarifies what really happened. It says the special education teacher told police it started when the student pulled his mask over his eyes when she asked the class to wear their mask properly. When the student didn't comply, she joked she'd have to tape it to him. She says the student challenged her to do it while laughing. She says she used a small piece of clear classroom tape on the front of his mask, then immediately took it off. Both of them reportedly laughed and went back to work. But that night, parents reported it to police, and the next day told police they wanted assault charges filed. Police ultimately found no evidence of a crime. We do have an in-depth look at this story that you can read on channel3000.com. After the break, the Badgers are set to take on Rutgers today. We'll have their path to the Big Ten championship. And though they're on the road today, the Badgers have one of the best traditions in college football. We'll take a look at Jump Around after this.
Do you struggle with occasional nerve aches in your hands or feet? Try Nervive Nerve Relief from the world's #1 selling nerve care company. Nervive contains alpha-lipoic acid to relieve occasional nerve aches, weakness, and discomfort. Try Nervive Nerve Relief.
Super Emma just about sleeps in her cave. But when we realized she was battling sensitive skin, we switched to Tide Hygienic Clean Free. It's gentle on her skin and out-cleans our old free detergent. Tide Hygienic Clean Free. Hypoallergenic and safe for sensitive skin.
We protect more than the car you drive. We protect the dreams that drive you. The It's Not Where We Visit, but Who We Visit policy from American Family Insurance.
End of the road trip.
Protect yourself on the road with a travel peace of mind package, included when you enroll in the Know Your Drive program. Get a quote or find an agent at amfam.com.
You protected our rights, preserved our freedom. You may have even risked your life for us. Now, it's our turn to fight for you. Your local Wisconsin emergency, energy, and housing assistance providers, and the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund reward the service of our veterans with rental and energy support in their time of crisis. Apply today to get the fresh start you've earned.
When winter gets tough, get tougher. Outwork it. Outsmart it. Chew it up. Spit it back out. Put winter in its place with the X Series, engineered for extreme. Visit your local Cub Cadet dealer for expert advice, superior service, and now, exceptional financing options. Take advantage of the X Series lineup today. To find a locally owned dealer near you, visit CubCadetDealers.com.
Just the two of us. We can make it if we try. Just the two of us. Just the two of us.
The LG Wash Tower. Redefine laundry in half the space.
The Culligan Connect app from Culligan Water works with our smart, high-efficiency water softener to monitor water usage, potential leaks, and salt, so you never run out. Get more control of your home's water. Contact Culligan Water, the local water experts.
News 3 Now's Call for Action has settled hundreds of area consumer disputes, but we can't do it without our dedicated team of volunteers. Would you like to join us? Contact Call for Action by phone or visit channel3000.com to fill out an application now. When it comes to weather, only one thing really matters: accuracy.
Only one station can be the best.
News 3 Now. First Warn Weather has the most accurate forecast according to Weather Rate.
Count on First Warn Weather for your most accurate forecast.
starting things out for this weekend, we can't forget about our end of daylight saving. As we're going to go into our Sunday, we are going to be seeing the time switch as we're going to be heading back to that hour for our fall back. But as we take a look at what we're going to be seeing in terms of today, gorgeous start to our Saturday. And for looking ahead, 39 degrees right now, but we're going to improve in temperatures as we approach the afternoon with those lower 50s heading into those middle to upper 50s and even knocking on the door of 60s as well. And for the back end of this day, we're going to be seeing those temperatures really into those upper 50s. Plenty of sun and clear conditions for the most part. But if you think today is going to be great, well, folks, I got news for you. Sunday is going to be even better. Maybe a couple more clouds in the sky, but we're still going to be seeing 64 degrees, a much more improvement than it was for Saturday. Definitely a gorgeous start to our weekend. Over to you, McKenna.
Thanks, Julian. The 21st ranked Badgers are set to take on Rutgers this afternoon on the road. The team made the first college football rankings after its two biggest wins of the season against Purdue and Iowa, two teams who were ranked when the Badgers beat them. Now the Badgers are in the driver's seat in the Big Ten West. If they win out, they're in the Big Ten Championship. After Rutgers, they will take on Nebraska and Northwestern at home before Axe Week on the road in Minnesota. Kickoff today is set for 2:30. That game will be on Big Ten Network. And the Badgers are on the road this week, but when in Madison, they have one of college football's greatest game day traditions. That's Jump Around. At the beginning of the fourth quarter, the song by the group House of Pain blares over the loudspeakers, and Camp Randall literally jumps around. Our Mark Kane now with how this all started and the seismic effect this has on the fans and Camp Randall itself.
If you were at UW-Madison's homecoming game on October 10th, 1998 against the Drew Brees-led Purdue team, you witnessed history. The game was tied going into the fourth quarter.
We were looking to play some music to try to get the student section engaged and loud and make it difficult for Purdue.
Makes sense. But why House of Pain's 1992 hit song Jump Around? Well, you can thank UW Athletics marketing intern Ryan Sundrup, a tight end for the Badgers who was injured and couldn't play. So they asked him to come up with some songs to play during lulls in the action.
He gave me a list of songs. I remember it was on a piece of paper out of a spiral notebook with frayed edge, and it was all these songs, a list of songs. I remember Jump Around was on it.
Kevin Kludner is Assistant Athletic Director for Marketing and Promotions. He hit the play button from this very room on the 8th floor of the press box.
And at the time, didn't think a lot of it, other than as soon as we hit the song, the students reacted, started jumping, people in the press box were pointing at the student section. First time. And they were into it, they jumped. A lot of energy in the stadium.
Bucky went on to win the game, went 11-1 on the season, and won the Rose Bowl. A tradition was born, as was some concern. You see, while 80,000 fans are jumping around, the stadium's press box and upper deck do a little jumping around on their own.
You feel it. There's a sensation of swaying. If you have like a glass of water or a beverage, like your beverage will sway in your cup. It's a sensation. If you're not used to it, especially like visiting media and visiting personnel, like they're kind of looking around a little bit. But yeah, you feel it. It's fun.
It's terrifying and fun at the same time.
It's wonderful. It's wonderful. If it's swaying, that means the fans are into it and having a good time.
On that, they're having fun here at Camp Randall.
That movement, that jumping around, has some worrying about the structural soundness of the upper deck. Turns out all those bodies create a human quake, one that can be measured on seismographs near the stadium. Geology professor Cliff Thurber.
All the time there's noise, vibrations happening inside the building. But then jump around starts right about in here. And it's most clear, I think, on this, which is the up and down motion.
UW's Geoscience Department wanted to see just how much seismic activity jump around creates.
All these pieces.
Using similar equipment Professor Thurber set up for us to demonstrate, sensors in and near the stadium are quite clear. The earth literally moves during jump around, but it falls off quickly just blocks from the stadium. The top and third lines are from sensors in and around the stadium. The second is from Breeze Terrace, and over in Lot 17, there's not much shaking going on.
So what we're actually seeing is the stadium's vibrations shaking the ground at a frequency that the stadium itself is vibrating at.
So the question is it safe to be in the upper deck and press box? Extensive studies in 2004 during a construction period were quite clear. Yes, it is. On the 9th floor of the press box, in the Chancellor's Suite, there's a plaque entitled Rocket at Camp Randall. It explains why the stadium moves and how it's safe. It ends with, while you're here, please enjoy the free ride.
Jump around, jump around, jump around, jump around.
According to Sports Illustrated magazine, Jump Around is second only to Iowa's The Wave as the best college football traditions, though some may disagree. There's also a bunch of Jump Around merch you can buy, everything from mugs to baby onesies for sale at the UW bookstore. And making his weekly appearance on the Pat McAfee Show, Packers quarterback Aaron Rodgers attempted to explain his reasoning for not getting the COVID-19 vaccine and his treatment since testing positive. Now, back in August, when Rodgers was asked if he was vaccinated, he responded, "Yes, I'm immunized." And that raised questions whether he was lying or misleading the team, NFL, and fans.
Look, I'm not some sort of anti-vax flat earther. I am somebody who's a critical thinker. You guys know me. I march to the beat of my own drum. I believe strongly in bodily autonomy and the ability to make choices for your body, not to have to acquiesce to some woke culture or crazed, group of individuals who say you have to do something. Health is not a one-size-fits-all for everybody.
Rodgers says the Moderna and Pfizer vaccines were not an option for him because he was allergic to an ingredient in the mRNA vaccines. He said that left the Johnson & Johnson vaccine as the only option, but he was worried about adverse reactions. You're looking live over the Capitol. Julian will have your full forecast next on News 3 Now this morning, Saturday. But first, if you have a little kid turning 3 soon, please let us know so we can show their picture on TV.
Look Who's 3 is sponsored by Three Bears Resort, Indoor Water Park and Conference Center in Warrens, Wisconsin.
I'm Chilan. I am a mom and a real estate agent. After having a kid, everything that you used to do for yourself goes out the window. The lines that I was seeing in my forehead were getting deeper than I was used to them being. And I realized, you know what? I can focus again on myself.
So what do you see when you look at yourself?
I see someone who is growing and changing, who loves and is loved.
Botox Cosmetic is FDA approved to temporarily make frown lines, crow's feet, and forehead lines look better. The effects of Botox Cosmetic may spread hours to weeks after injection, causing serious symptoms. Alert your doctor right away as difficulty swallowing, speaking, breathing, eye problems, or muscle weakness may be a sign of a life-threatening condition. Do not receive Botox Cosmetic if you have a skin infection. Side effects may include allergic reactions, injection site pain, headache, eyebrow, eyelid drooping, and eyelid swelling. Tell your doctor about your medical history, muscle or nerve conditions, and medications including botulinum toxins, as these may increase the risk of serious side effects. See for yourself at BotoxCosmetic.com.
We do it every night. Every night.
I live alone, but I still do it every night.
Right after dinner.
Definitely after meatloaf. Like clockwork.
Do it. Run your dishwasher with Cascade Platinum and save water. Did you know an Energy Star certified dishwasher uses less than 4 gallons per cycle, while a running sink uses that every 2 minutes? That means even small loads can save water. So why not do it? Run your dishwasher every night with Cascade Platinum, the surprising way to save water.
It's time to choose a Medicare plan. So why not choose a 5-star Medicare Advantage HMO plan from Quartz? Starting as low as $0 per month, including medical, hospital, and prescriptions, and dental, vision, and hearing aid benefits. Learn more. Call us today to find a plan that fits your budget and your lifestyle. Quartz offers the region's top-rated Medicare Advantage plans, and they're now even more exciting. New for 2022, the Quartz Cash Card gives you the freedom to spend up to $460 annually on a variety of health-related products and services. And Quartz gives you access to an all-star team of high-quality providers, featuring UW Health, giving you the 5-star treatment you deserve. Because at Quartz, you're the star of our 5-star Medicare Advantage plans. Don't wait. Call now to get plan details from Quartz or speak with one of our enrollment specialists today.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Good morning, and what a beautiful start we have to our Saturdays. We can see the sun is rising, pretty blue skies to get things rolling for us this morning. And even though we're still into those upper 30s, it's pretty comfortable, but a little bit on the nippy side as we have those winds from the south-southwest at 11 miles per hour. Now, as we're getting things rolling, taking a look at those winds, it's not just Madison that's on the breezier side. We're looking at 15 miles per hour winds in Monroe, 12 miles per hour winds in Mineral Point, and for the Dells at Camp Douglas, we're looking at 10 miles per hour winds as well. So we are looking for some breezy start for us. And in terms of heading out the door, you might need a light jacket to start, but you're definitely not going to need it as we get into the afternoon. Temperatures are going to improve very greatly as we head in, but we're also looking at that sunglasses really being the required attire, as it's going to be quite a sunny day for us. Now, as we're planning out the rest of the day, as I mentioned, heading into the afternoon is going to feel great. 50s, upper 50s, and knocking on the door of 60-degree temperatures for us as we see plenty of sun and clear skies for us until we get into the evening where some cloud cover will start to develop. Now, the three things we're going to need to know, however, is that for today, tomorrow, and Monday, we're going to be into those 60s. We're holding on to mild temperatures for us and a dry trend that's going to be sticking around through Monday. Then as we head into next week, we're going to start to see that switch up come in as unsettled weather starts to roll in for us, bringing in some showers, and we could be even seeing a bit of some snowflakes heading into next week as well. Now, as we take a look at our surface map, however, lots of dry conditions thanks to the high pressure system, but this upper level shortwave trough has brought in a bit of some precipitation to the far north of Wisconsin. Now, as we take a look, this is what we're seeing. Just about 3 hours ago, we had just a quick little system that moved its way into the northern areas of Wisconsin. But for us, we're still on the drier side, and we're going to stay that way throughout the course of this weekend. Now, for today, our takeaway is we're going to be looking at mostly sunny conditions. It's going to be 60 degrees, but it will be on the light breezy side as we see those southwestern winds from 8 to 15 miles per hour. But we're holding on to mild temperatures as those 60s are going to be around southern Wisconsin. Now, as we get in throughout the rest of the morning, just know it's going to be on the cooler side, but we're going to be warming up pretty quickly as we head into the afternoon. Those 60s will start to roll in, especially towards the west. Plenty of clear conditions for us as well. Then as we go into tonight, you're going to see some clouds start to roll in, but then they'll move out as soon as we head into the overnight hours for Sunday. But then once again, heading to Sunday afternoon, we're looking for more clouds to start to develop for us, but temperatures will be back into those warmer side of those lower 60s. And then we're going to be seeing heading into Sunday night, some of those 50s coming back to play. But this weekend's going to be gorgeous, folks. Today is going to be around 60 degrees, and then tomorrow it's going to be 64. More clouds may roll in, but the temperatures are definitely going to even improve even more, which is great. And then on top of that, we do have to fall back. We are going to be seeing the end of daylight saving, which is going to be taking part at 2 a.m. heading into the overnight hours of today. So just remember to set your clock back to that 1 hour, and we are going to start to see sunrise a bit earlier, but sunset a bit late or earlier as well. As we're going to be seeing throughout the next few hours, in a few days, we're going to be seeing those temperatures go into those 60s, and heading to next week, 50-degree temperatures are going to be sticking around for us as we're going to be trending back into some more seasonable-like feels. However, it's also going to be some more unsettled weather on the way. Rain, even potentially some mixes at night. And then as we continue on, we could be seeing some more snowflakes in our forecast as well as we approach next weekend, McKenna. It's one thing we're going to have to keep an eye on.
All right, thanks, Julian. Stick with News 3 Now all weekend. Brad will have the day's top stories tonight at 6 and 10. But first, we'll take a look at a special bond between a boy and his garbage man. We're back in a moment.
Spas. The Swim Spa Hot Tub and Sauna Show is this weekend only. Rows and rows of spas, hot tubs, and swim spas. The largest display in the state. Save up to 60% on all in-stock models. This weekend only in the exhibition hall at the Alliant Energy Center, Madison.
Don't settle for products that give you a sort of white smile. Try Crest Whitening Emulsions for 100% whiter teeth. Its highly active peroxide droplets swipe on in seconds. Better, faster, 100% whiter teeth. Shop CrestWhiteSmile.com.
JC tried Game Flings for the first time the other day and forgot where she was. You can always spot a first-time Game Flings user.
Those brave men and women of our armed forces, generations of them. Why should today's burdens fall back onto them? They were there for us. Now let's be there for them. Your local Wisconsin energy providers and the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund are working together to deliver Wisconsin veterans in crisis heat, power, and help staying in their home. But they can't do it alone. Call to donate today.
Avoid the crowds and save like it's Black Friday now at Grand Appliance. For a limited time, get Black Friday pricing plus up to $1,000 in additional Grand exclusive package savings on top brands. Like this Samsung stainless steel kitchen package with 25 cubic foot French door refrigerator and convection gas range for just $27.43. Shop in store or online at grandappliance.com. Grand Appliance. Appliance experts since 1930.
People today, they could spend half their lives over 50. That's a lot of living. So make sure the good things in life live as long as you do.
This is just slow-mo karate? Just slow-mo karate.
The younger you are, the more you need AARP. Join today.
Still fresh.
Unstoppable in-wash scent booster. Downy Unstoppables.
From the very first touch, Pampers, the #1 pediatrician recommended brand, helps keep baby's skin drier and healthier, so every touch will protect like the first. Pampers.
Spas. The Swim Spa Hot Tub and Sauna Show is this weekend only. Rows and rows of spas, hot tubs, and swim spas. The largest display in the state. Save up to 60% on all in-stock models. This weekend only in the Exhibition Hall at the Alliant Energy Center, Madison.
Mission Unstoppable, Saturday morning at 9 on News 3 Now.
Finally, this morning, a kid in California has built a special bond with his garbage man. Check it out.
Once a week for the past 2 years, 5-year-old Finn would listen for that familiar sound and run outside. Tuesday, trash day.
He originally was a little shy, and it was just he'd wave by a little bit. Now we're buddies.
Todd Gonzalez works for Alameda County Industries and has been in the business since 1994. He's met a lot of people along his routes, but none like Finn.
Every day, 5 o'clock in the morning, rain or shine, he's there with a big smile. Hi, Todd, and he's just so happy, and it's just contagious. You know, it just makes my day. Now you're all safe.
Finn's family moved to the Bay Area right before the pandemic.
And everything shut down, and we were basically all alone.
For Finn, who was born with Down syndrome, trash day during COVID became something he could look forward to, something he could count on.
And it was actually one of the first relationships he was actually able to develop because he got to know Todd consistently.
And so the friendship blossomed.
He does as much for me as I do for him. Like I said, I drive off with a big smile, and makes my day too, so I'm thankful for that.
And one day, Todd came and Finn was gone. And he said, "Hey, where's my little buddy?" And I said, "Oh, he started school. He leaves before you get here now." And then the next week, Todd was there. He came, he changed his whole route just so he could make sure he saw Finn before Finn had to go to school.
You know, I didn't want to miss it. I didn't want him to miss, and I didn't want to miss it either. So
it was a bittersweet visit today. Finn's family is moving to Southern California. So Todd brought over a special gift for Finn.
Garbage truck. I got garbage truck. I got garbage truck.
And Finn gave Todd a book of memories of the two of them.
that's my favorite book. You know that?
A friendship to last a lifetime. Todd says he hopes the next garbage collector will take good care of Finn down the road.
And taking a quick look at our forecast as we're going to be seeing for the rest of our weekend. Today's going to be great, but tomorrow will be even greater as we are going to be seeing temperatures into around 64 degrees for us as we're rolling in throughout the day. But planning it out, well, just know we're going to be seeing sunshine throughout the course of the day, then knocking on the door of those 60s as we head into the back end of today as well. And for our 10-day forecast, we are going to be seeing this weekend to be great, and this looks to be the last weekend we're going to be seeing such great conditions. But don't forget to set your clocks back and make sure that you have your fire alarms set or smoke detectors set back as well for our Sunday as we're ending daylight saving. But then next week, we're looking for some settled weather on the way. Over to you, McKenna.
All right, thanks, Julian, and thanks for watching News 3 Now this morning. Have a great Saturday, everyone.